Hey there, it's Trisha, and I'm going to go over the trades for today, Wednesday, March 25th. I used two trade setups off of three charts with indicators for confirmation before I ever get in a trade. Very conservative way to trade, but it works for me, and many people will feel like they're sitting there watching many setups pass them by. But if you have a way to jump on, then by all means you go right ahead. You just can't jump on without having an entry or a reason to do so. So this morning we actually had finally closed above both moving averages, about 951 or thereabouts, and we actually had a squeeze setting off at the same time. And what I was watching was we actually had divergence. We had price coming down to this support area with the indicator moving higher, but we never got our squeeze indicator firing off, so I pass. We do finally get it firing off over here at about 951, the same time as we're breaking out above the two moving averages. And unfortunately we don't have divergence, so when we finally do get that firing off of the blue dot, we're already in overbought, so I'm going to pass. Now, if you have another way of trading that, then by all means you go right ahead. It's very easy to look at price action after the fact and say, oh well, gosh, I should have jumped in there. But at the time it's setting up, you really don't know which way it's going to go, so you just have to stick to your plan. And if you have a couple different setups that you use, then by all means you can jump in any way you want. Here are two moving averages crossed, but you have to have more confirmation than just that, in my opinion. But again, if you combine it with another indicator of some sort that works for you, go back and test it and see what it would have worked or whether it wouldn't have worked, and just see how many times would have been winners as opposed to losers. And that's how you can kind of customize indicators and setups for your own personal style. So unfortunately, there was never any place else to jump on because we just stayed in overbought the whole time. And then also just kind of flirting with the high from yesterday, as you can see on our longer tick chart. Right around the high from yesterday is a lot of price action, going back and forth above and below the one moving average. So you just kind of have to sit there and just wait for something to set up for you. So nothing really set up. At that point we were looking for longs. When we finally do get closed below both moving averages, that is actually about 50% retracement actually from the high to the low. So when we do get short setting up, I'm comfortable taking it. And that was at about, where is that? Here we go. That is about 111. And we actually have our trend indicator just getting ready to cross back above 20. We have our short firing off here. We have divergence on our indicator. We have price coming up to this resistance area, all while the indicator is moving down. This is the bar it's setting up on our longer tick chart, and actually I'm comfortable taking that because the bar before it closed under both moving averages. Barely closed under it, but it did close under it. Also, I feel okay about taking it because our moving average is getting ready to cross as well. So that's usually an indication that the price is going to continue in that direction. So with all those things in alignment, I felt comfortable in taking it. So I think on that one I actually got my +2, my +4, and then I was stopped out, I think, at 2, +2, and it actually went on much further than where I got stopped at over here. So anyway, that would have worked out, and there really wasn't another place to jump on. So you just have to sit back and wait for the next setup if you didn't happen to get on that one. None of those were setting up because we're around the close from yesterday, so you just have to sit back and wait. This is a short setting up, and you do have divergence. You have your indicator coming lower, all while price keeps going up to this resistance area. So the reason why, I wouldn't take that is because we are stuck right around the close from yesterday and the low from yesterday. So, that's totally up to you. If you wanted to take it, it would have worked out fine, but in most cases it's not going to. In most cases you're going to get stuck in that area. So, the way that I choose to trade is, I'm going to, let it break and then look for the pullback and look for a setup at that point. But, you certainly could have taken that. This is one that was setting up at 229, and you actually have price going higher, indicator going lower, and I actually missed it because I stepped away from my desk for a moment. But unfortunately, it would have worked out well. Just happened to miss it. That's what happens. You sit here all day and, you step away and, you get a setup. So nothing you can really do about that either. So that's the only trade that I actually got to take today. I hate that I missed the last one, but that's just the way it is. And you can go to www.easyeminitrade.com and check those out.